Republican presidential candidate, retired pediatric neurosurgeon, and author, along with his wife Candy, of A More Perfect Union, Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Carson, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I know that you said that this feels like a witch hunt, what's happening over at CNN, but let me ask you flat out whether you stand by the claim that you, as a young man, as a 14-year-old boy, attempted to stab another boy and attacked your mother with a hammer.
Those claims are absolutely true. I am 100% sure that they are true. And this is simply an attempt to smear and to deflect the argument to something else, something that we've seen many, many times before. And I never use the true names of people in books, to protect the innocent. That's something that people have done for decades, for centuries. That's something that's commonly done. The person that I tried to stab, I talked to today, said would they want to be revealed. They were not anxious to be revealed. And it was a close relative of mine, and I didn't want to put their lives under the spotlight. This is something that I've decided to do. None of those people decided that they wanted to do this, and the media is ruthless. So, I would say to the people of America, do you think I'm a pathological liar like CNN does, or do you think I'm an honest person? And I'm going to leave that up to the American people to make that decision.
So just to clarify, you're revealing tonight that the person you attempted to stab unsuccessfully, a story you've told many, many times, including in your book, was a close relative in your family.
It was a close relative in my family. I really don't want to get into the details of who that person was. But also, I want to point out how silly the CNN investigation is. Because when I would have flashes of temper, it would only be the people who were directly involved. It wouldn't be something that everybody else would know. Mm-hmm. And as far as the episode in junior high is concerned, none of those people that they talked to knew about what was going on at Hunter Junior High School. That's just silly to think that they would know.
They take issue with the fact that in describing the incident where you tried to attack your own mother, an incident that your brother stepped in to stop, one time you told that story saying you had a hammer, one time you didn't mention a hammer.
It's always been a hammer. But also, remember, these are things that happened over 50 years ago, and a lot of times the reports are what a paper reports or what a broadcast network...
The details someone chooses to highlight. Understood. The other thing about the CNN report is they talk to people who knew you, who cannot believe you had such a temper because they describe you as quiet, nerdy, with glasses, skinny, and unremarkable. How this suggests that you didn't also have a temper, I know not. How finding 9 people to say they have no memory of your temper proves that it didn't exist, I also know not. And then there was a 10th who said he remembers a report of you attempting to stab somebody at the time but couldn't clearly recollect it. Do you feel like this is the beginning, Dr. Carson, the beginning of some in the media trying to end your candidacy?
Yeah, it's a smear campaign, but I'm not going to play that game with them. They can do it all they want. They're going to go back and try to find anything that I've ever said and try to get me on the defensive about it in order to distract away from the things that are important. But in our country right now, we have divisiveness going on and hatred. We have a fiscal situation that threatens to destroy the future for our children. We have military deterioration when we have enemies who want to destroy us. Mm-hmm. There's so much going on that we need to be dealing with, and this is just garbage, and they don't want to talk about it because they don't have good solutions for it.
Well, this is one of the things that led you to post a bit on Facebook last night that has gotten a lot of attention because some continue to come back back to the fact that you are not a career politician. And Donald Trump keeps hitting you for that, saying, he doesn't have the experience. He can't do it. Well, he can't do it the way I would do it. So you took to Facebook last night to admit that you have no political experience, but you referred us to the founders and said, this isn't it. Hold on, I'll get to that in a second. And said the current members of Congress have a combined 8,700 years of political experience. Are we sure that's what we want? And then you went on to say, this is it, folks. My candidacy is different. You go on to say, I have neither Donald Trump's money nor Jeb Bush's political network. However, I wouldn't trade a single child I treated for all of Trump's money. While I admire the Bush family's dedication to service, I too served nights, weekends, holidays, birthdays, and anniversaries with severely injured patients. Those were my public service. This is my life's experience.
And my life experience is the same experience that millions and millions of Americans have had. And that's the reason that millions of Americans are resonating with what I'm doing. And they recognize the recklessness of many in the media and the political class who want to claim that they have all the answers, but all they've done is run us into the ground. It's time for something new and different.
Dr. Carson, you finished this piece on Facebook by saying, I didn't go to embassy cocktail parties or beg lobbyists for money. I spent night after night in a quiet, sterile room trying to save the life of a small child. That was my life's service. This is my life's experience. What I have is a lifetime of caring, integrity, and honesty. And you stand by that pledge tonight and stand by the statements you've told in the past as a commitment to that assertion of your honesty before this audience.
Absolutely, and I know that they will try to come at those things and attack them. Let them go ahead and play their silly games. We have much more important things to do.
Dr. Carson, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Megyn.
All the best.